I'm sure you've all heard this word before. Hollywood is woke now, wokeness is ruining movies, woke feminism is infesting modern movies, and Hollywood is dying. It's probably one of the most argued about topics on movies, and mostly everyone has their opinion on whether movies are woke or not. Some people push it, some people hate it, some don't really mind it, and some don't even know it exists. You probably know what the word means, but I'll still give a quick explanation. Woke means alert to prejudice, discrimination and sexism against certain genders and races. Or as certain people would say, shoving feminism and gay people down audience's throat and the pronouns in me breakfast and my video game character is trans fucking gender. What has become of God's green earth? So now you know that woke basically means pushing for gender equality and treating all races like humans. Why do some people hate it? Well, you could say that some companies certainly do shove the message down people's throats, writing female characters as basically just male characters instead of giving them their own personality or good character development, and making the male characters look like crap in order to make the female characters stand out. Swapping characters' genders for the sake of inclusivity instead of giving them their own fresh and well-written characters, and overall just making the character's gender or race their entire personality. Or in simpler words, these people that cry about genders and pronouns, race swapping and woke washing, whatever they call it, are just misogynistic arseholes who can't accept when women aren't just sexy and hot, such as, a critical drinker guy saying Scarlet Witch's new costume looks bad because they covered her cleavage.
Apart from Wanda's costume perhaps, which is distinctly less interesting than it used to be.
But the real question is woke and this, toxic feminism and all that stuff really real? The answer is no. Sure, there's always someone who takes it at the wrong value, thinking that men are shite and men shouldn't exist, that preach for gender equality, but in reality they don't want equality, just want women to have the power and for men to do nothing because men are all pieces of shit. These people definitely exist, but woke isn't really a thing. Sure, movie studios do push the message a lot more than before now, but is that a bad thing? Sometimes it can be done wrong, but for the most part, it's a good thing. The most recent example is Barbie. It's a movie made for girls to tell them that they are amazing, that they don't need to strive for perfection because they're already perfect as themselves and can do anything they want if they really try. But it's also a movie made for guys. The patriarchy isn't a good thing, toxic masculinity is only harmful to people, and men can be vulnerable and cry. We don't need to hide behind a facade of manliness, though I would be lying if I said I don't want to have a Mojo Dojo Casa House. And the most important lesson for guys is that we're all enough. It's a movie for both genders, teaching us that we don't need to be super buff or as manly as Ken, or beautiful and as perfect as Barbie. Every girl is Barbie, and every guy is just Ken, and that's great. Woke can be beneficial and helpful. Girls deserve inspirations to look up to, and so do guys, and so does everyone of every gender. No one should be left out just because it's forcing politics down our throats. In conclusion, is woke really a thing? Yes. I'd say it is. But it isn't the terrible virus spreading and polluting and killing modern movies. It just isn't done well in a lot of movies, resulting in it feeling like the movies is just shoving it down our throats, instead of really taking the time and detail and care to deliver a powerful message. We shouldn't really push wokeness too much, nor should we shit on it and fight it that much. We should just be asking the studios to write the message better, to make it have more heart, feel more authentic, feel more impactful. Woke is a real thing, but the woke that people claim is toxic and bad and killing modern entertainment, that isn't a real thing. At least, it's not what woke means or should be. That's all I got.